Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we defeated the final boss and got the People of Their Times ending by defeating the boss there after acquiring the gate key back, but before giving the Masamune to Frog. This time I have Frog, and therefore I have already given him the Masamune, meaning we're going to get the Oath ending. This one you must give him the Masamune, but you must not have defeated Magus. Can it be over? Yeah, we already know what Robo says. It's only armor. What inside that must be destroyed? I figured we might as well show off Frog's line there. He has a couple of, because of his unique personality, he does get a couple of interesting lines in places where other characters would get rather mundane lines. It's creepy. It's worse than Magus's place, which we haven't actually been to in this file. But anyway. Let us see what he has to say. I'm not gonna, well, I might even show off this whole boss just because it's relatively short, especially with this party. Chrono has the prism specs, Robo has the sunshades, and yeah, that's the big chunk, if not all of the DPS right there. Can't remember what Frog says at this point. I remember those other two lines. Cyrus, this be our finest battle. Cool. Yeah, if you're coming in here with everybody, basically, Chrono is going to have Luminaire, and he's going to spam that. And then whoever your third character is just going to heal Robo. And then Robo's going to use Uzi Punch. That's pretty much all there is to it. If Frog took more damage there, then he could use Frog Squash, and that would be decent as well. But let's go for the Cure 2 on you. Perfect. And we'll Uzi Punch that. Luminaire that. And yeah, most of the fight disappears pretty quickly. Yeah, sacrificing one character to keep Robo's HP up is... especially when that character doesn't do that much damage anyway. Frog, unless he's at low HP, really doesn't have the highest DPS. In fact, I think he's currently equipped with Masamune, which is not going to help matters, and I need more MP. It doesn't matter what you use here, just because... You know what? I think they're both dead once I do this, so I don't want to waste Robo's turn. Not that it really matters, but... There should be enough damage to take out both the arms, because I already Uzi punched the one first. Yeah, there we go. And there's an obstacle. Throw a Luminaire out there. And Uzi Punch, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Just gotta get Frog in there to cast heal. And that should be... should fill up Robo's HP, and he can finish off this fight pretty quickly. Haste Helms are absolutely fantastic. Just go so much faster. Aw, really? I didn't heal him enough? That's gonna suck. Oh well. That's what happens when your HP's not high enough. They don't do very much. Guess we'll have Robo do the healing, since Frog's just not very good at it. It's kind of unfortunate. I used to really love using Frog in combat, but it eventually got to the point where I don't really care as much, just because typically when you're at this point in the game, if he's not using Frog Squash, his main source of damage is Leap Slash, and it's really not that good. Not compared to some of the other things he can do. He has some nice double techs, for sure, but a lot of the time in the final encounter, you're not using a lot of double techs. Uzi Punch. Can we be dead now, please? No? Alright, we're gonna elixir Chrono so that he has MP for this next part of the fight. Ooh, not that. And that should be it. So not the best example because I ran out of MP, but oh well. Every other time I've done this fight, I've been bringing Leko along, so I've had an extra 2,500 HP worth of damage because I throw out a flare every once in a while when she's not healing Robo. But yeah, let's see what Frog has to say about Lavos' core. What do you have to say? This was Lavos' goal. The DNA of every organism and achieving the ultimate in evolution. Yeah, we get a little bit of extra dialogue if someone else isn't there. Like in the case where Leko was here, she would kind of give the impression that Robo just gave there. We just don't get to see that when Luca's there because Leko has the line instead of Robo. Too much to bear. We have been reared like animals. Our lives have been for naught. My life retaineth its meaning. We hath our own will. And our will destroy you in about 3 minutes here. I'll see you on the other side of that. Owie. That's gonna hurt. Ow, that hurt. And we're back. The hell? Oh. Now, in some of the artwork that was released for this game, we saw I believe, a somewhat similar scene to this. We almost never get to see that Chrono sleeping emotion, so I just absolutely love that. That fool sleeps a lot. We should make him help us. And I can't control the dialogue, it goes automatically. Let him sleep. He fought long and hard, just like the rest of us. Alright. These types of endings I actually really appreciate, where we get to see what the characters are doing post-game. Gotta take care of some business. Did they change your accent? Oh, poor Froggy fell on his face. And Chrono's awake. Hey, what's going on? What'd I miss? This ending takes place just before we beat Magus. Many of the endings we've seen up until now haven't really had any bearing on when we've defeated the final boss, other than the fact that you need to beat him in between point A and point B in order to get the particular ending. This one, and going forward a couple others, are also going to have some amount of relevance to what's going on at this point in the game. And these are the better of the endings. What's so funny, Flea? So you think you can take us on? Did Hada get ballsy once again? I don't know, part of this type of an area almost reminds me, hey, Sprite. Part of that kind of a castle area kind of reminds me of Castlevania in a way. Not any particular Castlevania, because there's tons of them. I know who that is. So he did have some business to take care of. Playing Frog's theme definitely changes the atmosphere going through there, but I guess we should all be happy that we know who it is finally. Got the big reveal. Not that we should be all that doubtful. I have no idea what any of those words mean. exchange this world for... So, you came. We wizards and humans have brought about our own ruin. Except for you and I, this world is populated by cretins. One who wins this battle will win the world. That's the story. Who cares? There is some merit to fighting you. This is more for revenge than for anything else. You have the Masamune. Let's see if you know how to use it. If you're prepared for the board. Any excuse to listen to Magus' theme. I love how they play the battle in the background and you can hear all the sound effects. It's not something I've added in. Those are there in the game. And it just gives you an idea of what was happening in this fight. Unfortunately, most of the... Well, I guess it makes sense. Magus is a wizard. Most of the sounds, other than normal attack, are coming from Magus. Frog seems to be getting a lot of critical hits in here. I believe they included a sound effect that wasn't something that Frog could do on his own. I think it sounded like that Nirvana strike that Cyrus used, actually, which, if it is that, then that's absolutely fantastic. As is this. The winner stands atop Magus' keep. They both wear capes. Now, you could say it's left open to your imagination. It's not clear enough visually to be sure, but I think the outline represents Frog's sprite a lot better than it represents Magus's. And by sprite, I mean his form. Magus is a lot skinnier, and this one, the head, it looks too large to be, and the body and everything, it just looks too large to be Magus to me. But yeah, now that we've seen one of the good endings beyond the Dream Project, which is still my favorite ending. Yeah, they actually added some really cool stuff here. Some of them they just put in stuff so that there would be more endings. Sure, show off some of their comedy and their creativity, but here, they're adding to the story. Who would have won a one-on-one battle? And they kind of leave it open to your imagination, but I still think that's Frog standing above. Anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.